Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am so excited to be bringing you another video and another review on a super exciting new launch. Now this is the Urban Decay Born to Run collection. I have the palette here, which is huge. It has a bunch of different shades. That's all I'm wearing on my eyes today. So if you want to see this look, we will be getting into that shortly. Also, there's 3 different lip colors. I'm wearing one of them now. And also there's 3 eyeliners, which I love the 24/7 liners, and all of these colors are ridiculously beautiful. And then also there is the all-nighter spray. So without me rambling on any further, let's get into the look. And I also will have all the links down below, so if you want to see how I got this look and also hear my thoughts on the collection, just keep watching. So I definitely want to go over each product as we go and try them on today. I don't want to make it too serious or anything. I want it to be kind of like a try on as we go. I have not used anything yet. I have not swatched anything yet. I have seen them, but that's about it. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to start off with the Born to Run eyeshadow palette. This palette is so beautiful. I actually saw this probably about 2 months ago when I was at a work convention show thing, and when I originally saw it I thought it was beautiful, and now that I have it in person it is absolutely stunning. I love the assortment of shades from mattes to shimmers, and the palette does have 21 shades in it, has a really big mirror. I think the packaging is absolutely stunning. It has different photos all over, and I really think that it speaks to the Born to Run theme and collection. So I do think that this palette as a whole was executed beautifully, and I think it's very different from what we're seeing on the market lately. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in a bit, and for primer and base today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Golden Beige. I've been loving this as my eye primer just because it doesn't dry out my eyelids like Tarte Shape Tape can do, and I do have drier eyelids as it is. Just in general, I do have drier eyelids, so I feel like when I'm using something that's really matte, it almost makes my shadow look dry and crunchy, and no one wants to have crunchy eyes. And this concealer has been working out so well for me. And I'm just blending this out. I believe this is a NYX brush. And if you guys haven't seen my review on this concealer, definitely check it out. I have a full in-depth review all about why I like it, how I like to apply it, my thoughts on like the shade range and everything. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely check it out. Alright, so I applied that, and I also set it with a little bit of my RCMA translucent powder. So now I'm going to be dipping into the palette, and I don't know what shade I'm going to take first. First thing first, I'm going to grab a brush. And then I'm going to dip into the shade Still Shot right here. I love a good peachy matte shade. And I'm taking it on a MAC 217. And I have a mirror right in front of me that I'm kind of looking down into. I feel like, again, looking down helps a lot when you have more of a hooded eye, or if you're trying to open up the eye, because then you can really see your blending for what it is. So I'm taking this Morphe M504 brush in that same Still Shot shade, and I'm just taking this a little bit higher, and I'm also really holding the brush farther back. That way my hand isn't pressing too hard. So that way I'm just getting a light wash of color, but I'm blending this up and out to kind of open up the eyes. This is basically going to make the perfect transition for any of the shades we use later. And it's also going to help those darker shades to blend out without looking patchy and kind of dirty and gross. This gives it that nice warmth to blend right into. And you can just add and blend all day long, and you can even stop here and put a shimmer on the lid. And it's a really nice look that looks like you tried hard, but in reality it's just 2 shades. So now that I have that blended out, I'm going to be taking that same MAC 217 brush into the shade Rift right here, and this color is mainly just going to add more depth. We're going to do the same placement as the other color, but we're just going to keep it concentrated a little bit lower, so that way we're adding depth, and also we're blending this perfectly out into the first color. We're definitely on the drier side, so if you're not someone who likes a drier shadow, you probably won't like these. I definitely think they're workable, but they're not the most like creamy type of texture, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. I don't think that a shadow not being creamy makes it bad at all, so I do want to say that. I just feel like everyone has different preferences as far as shadows go, and I don't mind the shadow texture at all, but I will say that it's more on the drier side as compared to other formulas. So I'm going to dip into the shade, I don't know, I'm dipping into the shade here called Punk, and this is one of the darker matte shades, which is pretty pigmented, as you can see. Okay, that's very pigmented actually. And I will say that this shade is a little bit dustier when I dip into it. So I feel like this look definitely needs a little bit more warmth, and I want to use most of the shades in the palette if possible. So I'm going to be taking the shade Baja right here, which is this nice warm orange. And this I'm kind of buffing over the crease area with a very light hand, and then just kind of working it up slowly. Alright, so for my lid, I'm going to be taking the shade Big Sky, which is this blue here. And I'm just going to be wetting my brush with the all-nighter spray to really make it pop on the eyelid. Wow, okay, perfect. And this is a really nice blue because it's not overly bright. It's a little bit more subdued, but without being that kind of gray, boring blue. Bring this right up to my crease. Alright guys, now that I have that lid shade placed, and I'm completely obsessed with it, obviously, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Riff here, and then the shade Punk, and just kind of going right through to make sure that everything has its own kind of place to blend together. That way it's not too popping in one area and then it's just really harsh. I'm going to dip into the shade here called Stranded. I'm taking this on my finger actually. It's very pigmented. And I'm putting this, okay, that's very pigmented. I didn't mean to do it that pigmented, but now we know. So I wouldn't call this a cut crease or really a halo eye. I mean, it is a halo eye, but it's just a different way to do it. I'm just taking that same lid shade and kind of making sure that everything blends together. And that gold just looks like a highlight in the center of the eyelid, as opposed to just being kind of unblended and sloppily placed. So off camera I'm going to do my skin and everything, and I will be back to finish off with the eyeliner, finish off the eyes, and then we will get into the lips and everything else in the collection. Okay, so I got a lot done off camera, and for foundation today I'm wearing the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation in 5.0. This is one of my favorite matte foundations if you want something very full coverage and very matte. I personally like to mix this with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, which are the liquid illuminators. That way it kind of balances it out, because by itself it can be very dry if you are not completely oily. I'm not completely done with my makeup yet, so let's not pay attention to that. So I'm going to zoom you guys in to finish off the eyes. So I love all of the eyeliners that came in the kit. This one's called Lucky, which is more of a bronzy warm tone. I love that. That's nice if you want like a metallic warm brown. And then this is what I'm probably going to use. This is called Overdrive. It's called Overdrive. And it's more of that blue color. And I'm probably going to wrap that around the eye, I think. I'm not completely sure, but I want to show you all the colors because I really do love the color selection in this. I feel like it's right up my alley. And then this one's another like bronzy, and this one's called Double Life. So those are the three colors, and today I'm going to be using the shade Overdrive. Let's see how this goes. Wow, that is so stunning. And even in person, you can tell that it's metallic when the light hits it. It looks so pretty. So I'm just going to apply this on my lower lash line. So right after I apply that on, I'm going to dip into the shade Good Is Gone right here, which is more of a satin finish brown. I'm only wearing mascara today. I don't think I'm going to be putting on lashes because I have not been in the mood for lashes, and I feel like mascara has been doing it for me enough. So I'm going to match up the other eye off camera and then do mascara. Today I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Again, I love the way this looks. Alright, so the shade selection for the lipsticks I wasn't really vibing with. I see why they're there and I really love the colors. These are them swatched. I'm going to go in with this one right here. This one is 66 and it is a Comfort Matte. Just because I feel like it'll go with the look the best. I feel like none of these really complement the look immensely, but that was more so my choice of the look than Urban Decay's choice of the look, because I chose this look. So I'm going to be applying the shade 66 without a lip liner. Alright guys, so I don't know if that was recording, but I just applied the lipstick in the shade 66, which is a Comfort Matte. It's one of my favorite Urban Decay regular lipstick formulas just because it's matte but without drying out your lips. It has a little bit of a shine, and when you blot your lips together, it's not dry. They just feel nice and hydrated. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Overall, I definitely think the palette is worth picking up. I think it's a great assortment of shades from lights to brights. You could get a very neutral look out of this, a very smoky look, and also a very colorful look. So I really do think that it's a one and done palette. I do like the assortment of matte in between and then very shiny shades that are in this palette, because I feel like you can really get any kind of look from very natural to, again, very glam. And I feel like all the shades are very on point with each other, if that makes sense. Because I feel like sometimes palettes have certain shades and it's just like, okay, those other shades aren't going to support that shade and it's not going to look cute. But this one, I feel like you have everything in one, and it's just a one and done, easy on the go palette. Liners and palette are the two things that I was most obsessed with out of the entire collection, and I would highly recommend them. Again, everything will be in the description box, so don't forget to check it. Thank you so much for watching and your constant love and support, and until next time, I will see you then.